How can you be selling and promoting pepper spray in Canada against intruders when it's illegal in Canada? Well, if the person's an intruder, and actually it's not illegal in Canada, that's a myth. They have lots of options. They're just marketed differently. But now they're even allowing pepper spray that's marketed as self defense or intruder protection. They're now allowing that in Canada as well. Like, I just bought one called NATO pepper spray for intruders, and it got legally passed through customs. Uh, and I've had to use pepper spray several times in Canada for self defense, two times. And one I went to court for, the other just got, there was nothing to, no charges, but the one I did get charged for it, the charges were dropped. So some guy pulled a real firearm on me. I pepper sprayed him, and I had to do I had to get bail. Then I beat the case in court when it came to trial, because in Canada we do have self defense laws. In my case, the man attacked me and choked me to where my life was in danger, which most of the time an intruder comes into your house, if you're home, your life will be in danger. They're coming to take, and they'll take your life as well. And if they're coming to take your life, then it's considered justified. Remember that Canada is a peacekeeping country, but we rely on the United States for their military, such as their nuclear weapons. Canada has no nuclear weapons. So at the end of the day, it goes back to the United States' law. Once it gets out of Canada's hand, the only country they can look towards is the United States and all that. And the United States says that, yes, you can stand your ground. You have the right to carry self defense weapons, and that's where it ends, and your charges get dropped. Even when it comes to the courts in Canada, it won't even get to that point, because in the courts in Canada, you're not guilty of an offense if somebody is using even a threat of force against you, or you can see you're defending or protecting yourself or another person, such as your mother or auntie or girlfriend or brother or something. And if the act is committed in reasonable circumstances. Like when I stepped out of my apartment, when I was invited outside by the landlord, the one landlord, to ask me some questions. And then when I was answering some normal questions, I got attacked physically. I was able to produce whatever. Actually, he was so big, that gentleman. He was so big, I wouldn't have been able to ward him off with my hands. He was a gigantic gentleman. I had to use the pepper spray to get away from this man. It was unbelievable. Like, he was out strengthening me, and I was just like getting robbed. So, anyways, you got a lot of different laws to look at when it comes to self defense. And the fact of the matter is, it would be humanly unjust to say that you couldn't defend yourself if you were to be attacked. See, it used to be where Canada was very, very, very safe, and it still is. Uh, but we would go out for hikes and all that, and generally people had their pepper sprays, or what they're known as, or dog sprays and bear sprays. People always had, but generally in Canada we were so safe. It was like you would only have to. We thought you would only have to take it with you, maybe not even on a hike. You know, me and my cousin and everybody's on a hike, and so and so's got a pepper spray in their pocket. But over the years, with the immigration from all different countries, United States, Africa, Asia, all that, we have deep web and all that, but not even just deep web, corrupt license holders and whatnot. Anyways, the guns are out there, and there is dangerous people just like dangerous animals. I had my finger bitten by a dangerous animal. You can see the damage there. It'll never be the same. Here's a normal finger. Here's the damaged finger. It's got a swan neck deformity, or worse than. I can show you the laceration, but it gets quite ugly. And that happened because I didn't have. And to get those two fighting dogs, those two fighting dogs were impossible to stop. You would have had to pepper spray them, or yeah, when I was a kid, I was a huge dog lover, like advocate. It was like I love pit bulls and they did nothing wrong. But I learned like it's a dog. It's hard to even care for just one dog, let alone two. That's how you get these bad dog fights. You're only supposed to have one dog, really. They should make a dog limit. Like each household can only have one dog. So that dog gets the proper care and love. Because what happened was my brother had a dog, and then he got another dog, and then another dog. Next thing you know, we had 3 dogs, but they weren't getting enough food. They each need 3 bowls. I know a guy that used to feed dogs, and they were all sharing one bowl, 3 gigantic dogs. But I didn't know anything about this really at that time. I was just a kid. But no, how they do it is each dog has their own bowl of food. So if you can't afford to care for 3 dogs as an individual person, like a dog's a person, it's an individual person. That's what I learned with my cat, was that he was an individual person. So don't get too out of hand with too many dogs. They get mad at each other, jealous and all that, and you might have a dog attack. Or they take advantage too. That's why you got chewed up controllers, chewed up shoes. You can't even, yeah, or property damage beyond that. But this one's a good example. See how he's intimately feeding the strawberry to his pet dog?